guys, I'm Harbhajan Singh and you're watching me on Channel Y.
Hello everyone, my name is Yudhu Jaswal. I'm the group editor at Y Media. And today we have a very special guest with us at Y Media Big Shot. Her name is Savannah Grewal and she's the third highest ranked Canadian golfer as far as the amateur sports is concerned. But now she's turning professional. So I'd like to welcome our special guest, Savannah Grewal, on Y Media. Savannah, a very warm welcome on Y Media. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Thank you for having me.
You are very welcome. First of all, congrats. At age 22, you become a professional golfer. Isn't this a proud moment for you, your entire family, and definitely for the community as well?
Yeah, no, it's definitely been a dream of mine my entire life. So for this moment to finally be here is exciting.
Good. So take us to the journey. When did you start playing golf? And I know your dad, Ashok Grewal, he's your coach as well. But take us to this journey. When did you start thinking about playing golf? And how did you turn amateur and now you've turned a professional player as far as golf is concerned?
Yeah, my mom signed me up for a golf camp when I was 6 years old, and I enjoyed it. And then when I was 8 years old, I really started to take it seriously. And I told my parents that I wanted to play competitively and I wanted to play professionally down the road. And so my dad took me to the golf course every single day, and we would be there for hours from 8 years old until I was 17 years old. And it was just every day after day, hitting ball after ball. And I played a lot of tournaments in the States, just trying to compete against better fields and get out there and show myself to the world. And I was able to get recruited by Clemson University in South Carolina, where I played Division I golf. And I was able to set some records there and have an incredible 4.5 years there. And from there, I decided that it was time to turn professional.
Wow. And Savannah, I know you've studied here in Mississauga in Greater Toronto area. You did your schooling from here and now you're doing your university in States. So take us through that. Where did you study here in Mississauga? Where are you studying right now in States?
Yeah, so I went to Streetsville Secondary School in Mississauga for all 4 years of high school, and I really enjoyed my time there. And then I went to South Carolina, Clemson University, where I studied pre-med for 4 years with a French minor before graduating last May.
Good. And just for our viewers' benefit, if you could explain us, how do you become from an amateur golfer to a professional golfer, just for our viewers' benefit? What is the difference and how do you become a professional golfer?
Yeah, so professional golfers play on the LPGA Tour, the Epson Tour, or some other mini tours. And so I went to LPGA qualifying school back in August, and there's 3 different stages. So the first stage was in August. I ended up winning the first stage, so I moved on to the second stage of qualifying school, which was at the end of October. And I finished T6 at stage 2, where I then was able to move on to stage 3, where I'm actually at right now. And so the top 45 girls out of stage 3 get their LPGA card, and then everyone else gets their Epson Tour card, which is the mini tour.
All right. And tell us something about your family. I do understand Ashok Grewal, he's from India, Punjab. So when did your parents or your grandparents immigrate here? And also tell us about your mother as well. You were telling both your parents, your father and your mother, they've really supported you in the game of golf. I would like to know what is their background and when did they immigrate to Canada?
Yeah, so my dad was actually born and raised in Canada. He grew up in Brantford, Ontario, but my grandparents immigrated from India back. My grandma immigrated back in the 20s or 30s. Her family had kind of started to come over to Canada, over to Vancouver. And then my grandpa, his family came over in the 70s from India, and they lived in Vancouver for a few years before moving to Brantford, Ontario, where my dad was born and raised. And my mom is actually born in Korea but grew up in Sweden. And my parents met at university in Australia before settling down in Canada and having my brother and I.
Wow, wow, that is amazing. What a fascinating story you've just told. I mean, your father's side, they're from India. They came from Ludhiana, Punjab, India. They immigrated here. Your dad was born here. And then your mother and your father, they met in university. Wow, what a fascinating story. What a success story. Thank you so much for sharing this amazing story. And now tell us, I mean, there are many players, of course. So if you were to pick three players that inspire you, they could be from golf or from any other sport, three players that really inspire you.
I would say Tiger Woods has always really been a big inspiration. I mean, he's the greatest golfer of all time, so it's hard not to look up to him. Kobe Bryant has also had a really big impact, just his work ethic, his mindset, how he is very competitive in the way he competes. And then I would also say LeBron James. I think he has a really good outlook on basketball and just how he views himself as an athlete, which I really look up to.
Wow. You mentioned three different personalities, and if I were to figure, what is the common factor in them? They're all great athletes, definitely. But as much as in any sport, the physical aspect is very important, but so is the mental strength. And I want you to, highlight a little bit more on this particular thing. What do you think about how important it is to be mentally strong when you stay fit? How important it is to be mentally strong in any sports?
I think it's the most important aspect. If you can't be mentally strong, it's very hard to stay in and compete. My parents and my grandparents always really pushed that side a lot, so they really helped me get to where I am mentally.
Good. Let's talk about what does happiness mean to you?
I think happiness can be found in just the smallest things in life. Having a good meal makes me happy. Just anything really that brings you joy. I think for me, when I'm out on the golf course, that brings me happiness. Just any little thing that accumulates to make it's different to each person, but I think everything you can find happiness in anything.
Right. And if I may ask you, Savannah, what does success mean to you?
I think success is putting in hard work and giving it all you got. And sometimes it doesn't necessarily look as people might think like winning a tournament. But I think if you go out there and you compete and you put in your best effort, that is a successful tournament.
All right. Any other personality that you would want to mention outside of your family, other than a sports person? Any other personality that really influenced your life, and why?
Well, I was actually a pre-med major in university, and I think that really taught me a lot about hard work and time management. It was definitely not easy managing labs and difficult classes like anatomy while playing golf at the same time, but that really, I think, shaped me into the person I am today and helped me become more driven and more focused and motivated.
All right. And your thoughts on all those youngsters who are watching this show at Y Media today, who are planning to make the career in any sports for that matter? What's your suggestion for them?
Yeah, I would say if golf is a great sport and it teaches you a lot of life lessons, and I think there's so many opportunities in life, and just to put in give it your all and try your best and see where it'll take you.
Right. Savannah, have you ever been to India or South Korea?
I've been to India twice. I've never been to South Korea though.
Okay, which parts of India did you travel?
We went to Ludhiana. That's where my family's from, and so my grandparents still have a house there, and so we go back and visit.
Wow, very nice. Savannah, it's a pleasure talking to you, and we wish you all the best on behalf of Y Media. Anything else you want to add before I let you go? Please do so.
I just want to say that it's definitely been an honor being here and being interviewed, and I'm so thankful that I've had this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and we look forward to interviewing you more often. We wish you all the best, and we hope you'll be winning many professional trophies, and we'll be interviewing you again. So on behalf of community, on behalf of Y Media, we wish you all the best. Have a very successful professional golf career ahead. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
Thank you.
You take care. Bye for now.
You too.
And this was Savannah Grewal. She's a professional golfer. Thank you so much for your time. Stay tuned with Y Media. Thank you.
Hi guys, I'm Harbhajan Singh and you're watching me on channel Y.